Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since I checked in and let people know what's going on. Okay. First of all, I gotta tell you, I must be doing things right. Everybody is coming out of the woodwork and trying to stab me in the back. From family members right on down to my new landlord. That's the person I want to talk about. I've lived at this address where I'm staying for 20 or 21 months. Okay, I'd say 19 of those months, my rent was $450 a month. And I did yard work and stuff like that just because the old lady couldn't do it. Okay, now there was another person on the deed. Okay, so it was co-owned. When the lady died in December, okay, I went to the other owner and I asked him, did he want me to leave because I had another place to stay? And he said, no, I want you to stay, I want you to stay. And every month, at the beginning of the month, I went and paid my rent, which was $450. January, I paid $450. February, I paid $450. Come March, this new landlord, or the other person who was on the deed, he says, okay, now we can do a new deed. Now we can do a new lease, year lease, but the rent is gonna double from $450 to $900. I agreed to it because it was easier to pay $900 than to try and find something in the housing market in this area. This town has become a complete boom town. 10 years ago, you can buy a house $20,000, $30,000. That same house you can buy for $150,000 or more. It's insane. It's insanity. Okay, now let's get to what's going on with me. Okay, March 1st, I paid the $900 rent. And I told the other landlord, I told him, half the house doesn't have electricity. One of the bathrooms does not work at all. And, or let me be more correct, 5 of the 8 rooms in the house does not have electricity in it. One of the 2 bathrooms, nothing works. The pipes are clogged up. I've been telling this man for months about this. Okay, the basement, if you go in it, it's like a lake. It's got big white things on top of the water. I assume that's mold, and there's critters living in that water. It's scary. I don't know what it is, but it jumps around and it's afraid to find out. Okay, but I was still willing to pay the rent. Okay, it's hard to find a place out here. I paid the rent March 1st. He told me that, okay, we do the new lease, but he don't have time right now, and he'll contact me when he has time to come over and do a walkthrough so he knows exactly what the problems are in the house, and we'll go ahead and sign the lease, no problem. Okay, hadn't heard from him. Went to his store 3 times and asked me, hey, what's up? When you gonna go? I know time right now. I call you when I have time. I call you when I have time. Okay, so imagine to my surprise, on March 25th, that I get a knock on the door from the sheriff with an eviction notice. I run straight to the courthouse. I want a hearing. Okay, so I took care of that. I went to the store and asked, what the hell is going on? The man he tried to humiliate me in the store. He was very disrespectful. And he just told me he wants me out. Okay, that's fine. Now he's the sole owner, technically a new owner to the house. I don't know how that works. If he wants his house, that's fine. He kept telling me he wanted me in the house. He accepted my rent money. He was supposed to give me a new lease for double the rent, which went from $450 to $900 in March. Never came to do the lease. Okay. On the 25th, I get a knock on the door from the sheriff's department with an eviction notice. Okay. After I go to the courthouse, I go see him. He just told me he wants me out his house. I asked him, I said, are you going to accept my rent on the 1st of the month, on the 1st of April? He says, no, I refuse to accept your rent. Okay. What can you do? Okay, today is April 12th. I had to go to court at 9 a.m. this morning for a hearing in front of the judge. He was there. I was there. The judge heard both sides. And the judge decided I didn't know a damn thing. I mean, he gave me an eviction notice in the same month that my rent was paid. Okay. The judge flat out asked him, this obviously not a financial issue. If you want her out, did you give her a written 30-day notice? No. Okay, the judge says, well, since she paid her rent, she done nothing wrong. Case dismissed. It's in her favor. I rule in her favor. She won. Okay. So I won that. Now the judge also told him that if he wants me out, give me a paper that says he wants me out within 30 days. A 30-day notice, I believe it is. And we're all good. Okay. But I didn't get an eviction today. Case got thrown away in my favor. Actually, I won the case. Anyway, let's get back to what's going on now. I leave my house for a little while this afternoon. I get paid to take care of somebody 2 hours a day at my house. Government pays me to be a caretaker. After my shift was over and I left for a little while and came back, bam! This is in my thing. And I'll read it to you. 5-day notice of non-payment of rent under whatever section 27-40-710 of the South Carolina Code of Laws. It says, to Shannon Marie Surratt, date 4/12/24, address 8421 Kimber Lane, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29303. Tenant as of the above premises. This letter serves as a notice that you are delinquent of rent and in violation of our rent. That thing looks weird. I can't tell if it says our or your. Okay. Rental agreement. If you do not pay rent within 5 days, we will begin the eviction process. Currently, there is now due to the undersigned landlord the sum of $1,800 rent and a $35 late charge for premises situated at 8421 Kimber Lane in Spartanburg. You are further noted that an additional late fee of $35 per day will be added to the amount due until delinquency is paid in full. Unless a full payment is made on or before expiration of 5 days after service of this I can't read that word. Oh, notice. Your rental agreement will terminate and the eviction process will begin. You will get no other notice as long as you remain a tenant on this location. Only full payment of the rent and late charges will prevent your eviction from these premises. 41224 Patel Jindendra, whatever. Basically, in the past 60 days, my rent is quadrupled. Let me explain something to you people. The average rent within a half mile from where I'm at, it's pretty low rent district. Average rent is between $450 to $600 a month. Okay, that's the going rate in the particular area I'm at. I live in a 75-year-old house that 5 of the 8 rooms do not have electricity. One of the bathrooms don't work. Okay, I've explained everything. Oh, the drains, most of them, I got to use a plunger. The house has been neglected. It has not been refurbished, probably ever. And he wants to quadruple my rent. Now let me explain. I can rent a brand new house that was built, just recently built. All these nice houses. I can rent for $1,800 a month. I have a good credit score. Mine is way up there in the 700s, and it ain't even the low 700s. Okay, I can pay the $1,800 if I chose to right now, but that's insanity. He's, how would I put it? Apparently this is revenge for him losing in court, for him not taking the proper procedure. If he truly wanted me out of his house, I would have been fine. Just gave me the notice and told me, hey, how I want this for my family, or I can get much more money running it to somebody else. I understand business, okay? This dude was underhanded. Judge told him basically that today. He didn't follow the law. And instead of giving me a 30-day notice, he puts this bullshit. Now, I agreed to go from $450 a month, which up until last month, I paid $900 last month. Another 19, 20 months I lived there, I paid $450 a month for it. He is literally asking for $1,800 for rent. And I paid $900 last month for a rundown house that he won't do anything with. This is revenge for whatever reason. He lost in court fair and square today. This is retaliation. I don't want to live here. Let's make it real clear. I have moved probably 50-60% of the stuff out of the house already. I am going to move the big stuff out that's still left over next week or two. Okay, I want no part of this house with this type of situation. What this dude is doing now is harassing me and setting himself up for a lawsuit. I mean, even the nice houses in this area, the brand new houses are going for $1,800 for a 2-bedroom house. Okay, this is more than the 4 and 5 bedroom houses are going for. This is extortion. It's retaliation. Basically, it's harassment. I will go to court, back to the civil court, Monday with this. I can't believe this guy is so stupid to put $1,800 on here that he wants for this month's rent. Okay. When in February my rent was $450. Okay. March, April, it was $900. Because he lost in court today, now he's claiming that he's owed for this month's rent $1,800. That doesn't work, Jack. He needs to prove, since he claims that in our document, or at least whatever terminology he used in that paper, he would, if that was our agreement and I signed it, it will clearly state that. It doesn't. I've never signed a contract with him personally for $1,800. I haven't even yet signed a contract for $900. But I have signed a contract for $450 a month, which included me paying first and last. Okay? That's why I won in court today. And it's all good though. Outside of that, I feel blessed. No, I don't have a place to go yet. But I promise you, I got $1,000 in my pocket. I got over $4,000 worth of credit on my credit cards right now available to me. I am actively looking for another place. As I say, my credit score is in the mid 700s. Okay. I don't have a felony criminal record, and I haven't been arrested in 14, 15 years. I'm a productive member of society. I pay my bills on time and in full. I'm the type of person that you'd want to rent to. But what I am not wanting or willing at this point is to want to stay there. But here's what I am getting ready to do. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to ride over to his store. There was a lot of customers there earlier. I'm going to get there about 7:30 before closing time, when most of the people are gone. I'm coming in there with my camera going. Tell him I'm fully prepared to pay the rent tonight, the $900 that we agreed upon. I'm willing to pay it right now in full and see what he does from there. My cameras will be rolling. And they're very clear. Excuse me, I got a cramp in my foot. I gotta stand up. Oh, like I said, my rent's paid in full. I'm willing to go pay. I'm willing to go pay this rent in full right now. I'm gonna get off of this and I'm gonna drive back across town. I needed to just take a drive and clear my head and get my thoughts together. But anyway, before I enter the store, I will turn this camera back on and record what takes place. But I am going to the store tonight to pay the $900 that I agreed upon last month to be the new rent. Him trying to charge me $1,800 for this month's rent is extortion on a house that has not been refurbished, is in terrible condition, and in an area where the average rent is $460 to $600 for a non-refurbished house. A refurbished little house like that is about $1,050 to $1,200 tops, and that's with new floors, sinks, ceiling fans, the whole 9 yards. Okay, everything in order. I'm being preyed upon. But it looks to me like this dude is trying to set himself up to be sued. And I will be in court Monday. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon.